Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy, Nerd Mode On, and today is Wednesday, so we have yet again another episode of Would You Rather. This is a video series where I'll be going over approximately 5 questions and answering them in the most appropriate manner. So with the rules and guidelines reviewed, let's start off the episode. So of course, jumping right into our first Would You Rather question, I have, would you rather eat yourself to death or be bullied? Now, I'm obviously going to go with the bullied option, considering that I just couldn't find myself indulging so much food to the point where I die, as well as it's not on my top 10 ways to go, especially when it comes to committing suicide or just death by itself. So I don't imagine myself eating a ton of food to the point where I die anytime soon, especially with a high metabolism like I have. I don't think it's going to be something that I have to worry too much about, at least at my early age. Coming in our second question, I have, if you had to do one every other year, would you rather live completely alone on an island or be overworked in a cramped factory? Now, when it comes down to it, I feel like I would rather be alone on an island, considering that I would still have my alone time by itself. I'd be able to think and maybe hopefully get off the island eventually, but of course, with that in mind, I feel like that's just the better of two evils, because I've actually worked in factory settings and they're not enjoyable experiences. Granted, you get paid a lot of money, which is always amazing. However, you're working a lot more hours than you would like, the conditions are not always up to standards, and a lot of the times they're just borderline when it comes down to the main gist of it. So I would much rather be on an island, and hopefully there's a pretty good amount of coconuts, because I'm going to need something to drink. Coming in at our third question, I have, would you rather be a superhero and hated by everyone, or have no arms and legs but be loved by all? And I'm obviously going to be a superhero, considering that I would love to have powers. I think it would give you an inherent advantage over humanity by itself, which I think I would be for in some accounts, but with that in mind, of course, I feel like just having the ability to fly around or do whatever your power is, as long as it's a really good one, would be pretty awesome. And granted, you shouldn't really worry too much about what everyone thinks in the first place, considering that their opinions in many cases are obsolete. Coming in at our fourth question, I have, would you rather always have a sore throat or live with no fingers on a specific hand? Now, for me personally, I'm going to choose the sore throat option, considering that I really enjoy gaming and I also enjoy using my fingers on everything that I can do. May that be picking something up or, eating and all that other great stuff that comes along with it. So I feel like we're really granted as the human race to have fingers that actually do the purpose that they're meant to do, as well as we've kind of made it a prime part of our society. I mean, if you don't have hands and feet, you're kind of at a huge disadvantage, especially when it comes down to the main gist of having enjoyable hobbies or really doing anything that the world has to offer. Now, of course, alongside the society things, I really enjoy gaming. I also have a lot of fun playing on the PC platform, it seems like a lot more these days, as well as, maybe holding the controller from time to time. And if you don't have hands, you can't play. I mean, you might be able to use your face, but I don't think that would be an enjoyable experience. I feel like it'd be just a workout that would just kind of get really old, and especially with it jousting you in the face every once in a blue moon, I don't think that's something I'm interested in, and I think it would really deter from the overall experience when it comes down to it. And finally, coming in at our final question, I have, would you rather always wear Crocs or always wear socks with sandals? And I'm obviously just going to wear socks with sandals, considering that I don't see it as a big problem, and in many cases it's not really something that I would worry too much about. But I'm not really interested in Crocs. They never kind of struck me as something that I would be willing to wear, as well as they just don't look very comfortable and they have different designs that I'm just not for. So I feel like I'm going to go with the more traditional route with having sandals, but of course I'm going to be the oddball with socks on as well. But anyway, guys, when it comes down to the main gist of it, this has been this episode of Would You Rather. Of course, if you guys would like to recommend questions for next week, feel free to let me know in the comments below. I do take your guys' submissions as priority one, so you always have a very good chance of getting in the episode if that's something that you aspire to do. Now, of course, if you guys would like to answer the questions for yourself, feel free to look in the description of the video. They are all linked down there for you guys so that you guys can answer them, and let me know if you guys agreed with my statements, or maybe you guys look at it in a different light. I'm always interested to see how you guys perceive the question and how you guys would answer it when it comes down to it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and this is NMO, and I'm going to be signing out, guys. Peace.